What's going on, everybody? Ah, Peter at Forte Trader here. I'm chilling in my backyard. Sunday markets are just opening, and I have a couple trades on. One is in the crude oil calendar spread, and it's finally going back up in my direction. The point of this video is don't be married to your trades. Be married to your trade plan. That's how you make money. If your trade plan is solid, that's how you get your profits running and you keep your losses small. By sticking with the rules, we get too often emotionally attached on our trades, and to this day, even with my experience, I get the habits of doing it like I did recently on crude. Crude had a couple of days of sell-off this last week. That's my neighbors there. And what happened is I'm experienced in these spreads, so I knew what my risk to reward was on it, and I was hitting almost the max of my range. Now, following a rule system, I would have probably been out. But the fact that I also exploited to people on the internet that I was going to stay in, it wouldn't be fair that I hop out. It would have been a cop out. If I hopped out, it would have been a cop out. That others stayed in long, and I reversed. So I waited for a support area. Friday, we had another major sell-off on crude, and we picked up beautiful technical long. So I'm still holding. Markets are up now. Crude is up 4 ticks on the spread, which means it's probably up maybe 10 on the outright. But anything can happen this week. We have a lot of fundamental changes in that market because the way that the technology on crude has been working lately. You see a big divergence on that market between the different crude oils that we have here in the U.S. Back to the point, though, don't be married to the trades themselves. Be married to your plan. Be married to what your levels are. Have confidence in why you got in, and there should only be 2 reasons why you get out: for a profit or a stop. Don't just dive in and pull stops and keep them. Now on spreads, we keep visual stops because it's hard to get stopped out anyway, and our ranges are really well if you know what spreads are. If not, we have a boot camp for it. But this ain't a promo video. The video is about stop being married to your trades, because the thing is nobody's loyal. Investors, they're not loyal, man. They're not really. You have these like followers that follow that are just what is it called? Not these fan stocks, but just these guys that are just like a cult stock and stuff like that. Maybe for the long run it works for them. I have friends and family that trade long term on some stuff, and they have long. Those are investors. But when you're active trading, when you're swing trading, because day trading is just almost made for machines now these days, unless you just have all that time in very deep pockets. When we're swing trading, active trading, you got to just trust your entries and then trust the plan and not fall in love with nothing, because those things don't love you, and there's no loyalty anywhere. Nothing's loyal, man. A lot of you and all your friends out there that they're in different industries like real estate and all them stuff, and they make good money doing what they do. They got investors that run their money. Those guys ain't loyal either. So what do you think you're playing against? Let's just stick with the plan. When you get to a certain level, take your profits off. If you're multi-contract, take some profits off, let them run and break out to the next zones, whatever it is. I had some guy contact me the other day. He's a Forex trader. No matter what market it is, just because I don't trade it doesn't mean I won't look at macro time frame. Forex is one of the markets that has one of the greatest price levels on macro time areas. And so, there's a lot of opportunities out there. You got to set your money, to the price action of that time frame. In futures and commodities, we could only go one contract at a time and round up or down. You can't do like forex, like a mini or micro lot, or I mean, we have mini lots, but I mean, you can't divide a one lot, right? You could do that in forex and then adjust that to your risk to reward and stuff like that. But you gotta stick with that. That stuff is very simple. Everyone talks about it on the internet. I wanted to talk about that. I didn't get out on crude. I should have followed the rule. I broke it. Well, I'm still doing fine on it. I'm not at a stop level yet. Not even 50% of where I'd want to stop myself based on my rules and how I work on that trade. So we're also short a live cattle trade right now. That's doing really well, and I don't anticipate on getting out of that until anytime soon. Maybe in April, I'll revisit daily, which is part of the plan. The plan is very simple with us with spread trades. Very simple. We get in, and we only have two reasons why we get out. Okay, when we're at a profit or when we're at a loss. Enough is enough with that stuff. Okay, enough is enough with that stuff. And that's how we work that. And remember that no one's loyal, man. No one's loyal. On the side, that some of you guys know me more, I trade equity options. I trade them very light. I do them on the side for myself. I don't teach them because I don't like teaching them, because I do them for myself. Stuff I'm very confident in, that I know that it could be very rewarding for you. I teach. I teach commodity and futures spread trades. I have different markets I look at. Some are very thin, some are very thick. You know, I had a quant the other day that said, "Well, you're gonna bring a lot of people in the market, and they're gonna change your strategy because they're gonna dilute liquidity in some of these spreads. They're not very thin. There's a ton of them we can trade that are very thick. You know, this is a world full of trading. It's not, you know, to some degree, I think the guy was right. But people always want to be right when the argument is on their side, or the point is on their side. Don't matter, guys. What we do works great. You don't see me stressing about it when I put my trades on. I don't sit in front of my screen biting my nails. It takes, now them damn equity trades, that's where you're proof in the pudding. Where nobody's loyal. Investors aren't loyal. People buying stocks, they're not loyal. So, the company the other day we were trading, a great airlines, never had a problem. Equipment's tip top all the time. Stellar income. Just had a awesome earnings report, and 2 days later, following the weekend, they crash a plane. And they're running a plane for like Amazon, and everyone's sitting here trying to figure things out. You got guys on stock twits just trying to scientifically find out what happened to the airplane. Look, man, this thing's still an investigation. Guess what happened? That thing dropped like that. The stock, just like with all due respect to the families, the lost ones, just like the plane did. It went boom, because nobody's loyal, dude. Nobody's loyal. Investors ain't loyal. So don't be doing that with your money and thinking that these investors are gonna be all loyal and you know, save your trade for you. Don't change your bias once you get in a trade. Be married to your plan, not the trade itself. Don't be married to that damn thing. Because you're not gonna be profitable, or you're gonna blame other people why your stuff don't work and things like that. Trading is simple. I think we make it hard from this area here, this frontal cortex. That's where we make trading hard from. It's from there. People say emotion, whatever, that too. It's all from there. Everything else of that is very simple. So anyway, I hope we have a good trade week. We got some good opportunities, looks like, coming to the table. I'm still in a long crude spread and a short cattle spread. I'm in a couple really cheap little equity positions that I hold. I'm looking for more opportunities this week. I'm trying to make money. 30% a year. We hit good last year, finishing Q4, and I think we're going to have an excellent year again, long or short. I don't care, historical or not. We're using the technicals also, and everything seems to be working no matter what the news has been, what the drama has been out there, what the politics and all that crap's been. It seems like when you just stick with your own rules and keep a lot of that noise out, things work really good. So that's my thing for today. My little rant, my 10-minute rant is don't be married to that crap, dude. You know, it's not your wife. It ain't your wife, man. My wife's in the house. My trades are virtual on the internet, and they're tied to everyone else's emotion. I ain't loyal to all that. I'm loyal to my team, but we can't be loyal to the rest of the world. It just doesn't work that way. Nobody's out there for you. You know that, guys, with day jobs. When you start clocking in tomorrow at Monday, you're all pissed off. Nobody's loyal out there, dude. Neighbors ain't even loyal these days, apparently. It's just the truth.